you're that girl, so don't worry about what nobody say. Don't worry about following no trends. Be yourself. Stick to your goals.
It's my time to spark it up. I bet they feel it in their chest. The way I make this shit look easy. Know these bitches be upset. If you think you wanna slack, just know you fucking with a vet. Fumble me, that shit be crazy. Got them sinking in regret. Had to turn it up a notch. I almost forgot I was that bitch. Yeah, they lurking on.
Hey besties, it's your girl Styles. I'm back with another video. Today's video is basically gonna be me giving you guys tips on how to become that girl of 2024. Like, how to upgrade your life, how to level up, how to get the maximum quality of life, okay? Before we get to the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below if any of these tips helped you or any other tips that you want to add to this video or that you feel like should have been added. So without further ado, let's get it, let's go. So basically, I wrote some things down in my journal. That way I won't get off topic. I have a bunch to tell you guys, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing I want to say is the fact that you're actually watching this video means that you've already taken that first step. Like, the first step, the hardest step, is to actually inform yourself and educate yourself on how to become that girl and be like, wow, like I really want to turn my life around, so let me look up videos. Let me see what videos I can watch so I can basically be that girl, okay? So you've already done the first step. So the first thing that I want to say is make a vision board, okay? I know so many people make vision boards and a lot of people feel a way about vision boards, but me personally, I love vision boards. I feel like every single year you get to refresh your vision board and just put goals on there that you may not have had from the previous year before. And I feel like a vision board gives you the opportunity to look at certain photos and like actually be like, wow, like I want this kind of lifestyle for myself. So it also gives you that visual of what you want your life to look like. So you can do a physical vision board where you basically, you know, print the photos out and post it on the big board, or you can just do it on your phone. Me personally, I did it on my phone. I feel like when you use it on your phone, you get to see it on your lock screen every day. Mine's on my lock screen, so you get to look at it every single day and you get to be like, you know what, this is the life that I want for myself, so let me show as my best self every single day. If you don't want to do a vision board, you can also write out in your notes on your phone like certain goals that you want to knock off this year. So I feel like when you start with your vision board, you have to analyze your life. Look at your life and be like, what are some things that I want to accomplish this year? What are some goals that I've been saying that I wanted to do that I have not done yet? Basically, it's like an examination of your life. And each goal that you have would obviously be, you know, catered to whatever goal you want to have or whatever goal you're trying to knock off. So if you say, I want to get a new Benz truck this year, make sure that you go to Pinterest or wherever else you're getting your photos from and you look up Mercedes-Benz photos and you put it on your vision board. And honestly, just write that goal down, like I will get my Mercedes-Benz truck this year, and then actually take the steps that's necessary. So look up, okay, what do I have to do to get a Benz truck? You have to have a certain this, that, and the third. It costs this much money. So if it costs this much money, you have to make sure that you are saving your money, that you are actually putting in the work to be able to accomplish that goal and get the money to be able to pay for the Benz truck. Basically, you just have to base your life off of whatever goals that you're trying to accomplish. You can't be saying, I'm gonna be a billionaire, and then you're not even putting in the work as well. So make sure that you guys are creating your vision boards. That is literally highly, highly, highly recommended by me. Tip number 2 would be create trust with yourself by using consistency and discipline. What do I mean by that? So basically, creating trust with yourself looks different for everybody. And it also depends on your body, what you need at that moment, what's happening in your life at that time. So trust yourself enough to know that you are making the proper or right decisions for yourself. If you're working a lot, prioritize getting rest. So basically, creating that discipline within yourself could look like, okay, well, I know in order to have the body of my dreams, I have to go to the gym. Do I always feel like going to the gym? Absolutely not. Will I go to the gym because I know I want this body or I want to feel more healthier? So you go to the gym when you do not feel like it. It's choosing discipline over motivation. You're not going to always wake up every day motivated, but the fact that you are going to show up for yourself will create that trust within yourself. It could look like staying consistent with a skincare routine, making sure that every night before you go to bed, you're wiping your makeup off. You are, you know, taking the necessary steps to, you know, tone your skin, to do whatever goal that you have for yourself. If you want clear skin, make sure that you're showing up for yourself. showing up for yourself creates that trust within yourself to where you're able to be like, okay, well, I trust myself enough to know that I can go out here and achieve this goal, and I can go out here and do this, that, and the third, or just knock off everything that I have on my vision board because I've created that discipline within myself. You also have to know that it does look different depending on what you are going through in your life. So you have to trust yourself enough to know that you're making the right decision for yourself. Tip number 3 would basically be piggybacking off of what I kind of was just saying about trusting yourself and discipline and things like that. Understand that you need to prioritize rest, okay? You need to be able to trust yourself enough to know when you also need to rest. I've been an entrepreneur for about 5 years now, and I used to work myself to the ground. Like, I used to literally work so much, y'all. Like, y'all don't even understand. Like, I used to work so much and was not taking care of myself, was not prioritizing my mental health, you know, not really caring for myself. I did not have a skincare routine. I did not have things that I did that I actually enjoyed doing. It was always work. It wasn't until about a year and a half ago that I really started to prioritize resting. And at first, I was in my fight or flight energy, so I didn't know how to rest. I always felt like I needed to be productive, and I still struggle with this now, but I'm working on healing that, because most of the answers that you are looking for will come to you when you are in your rest period or rest season. You do not have to get up every day and be productive. Being productive means getting the proper rest so you can be able to show up and grind and achieve and crunch these goals. If you're not prioritizing your sleep, your rest, or just time to just relax and be in your zen mode, then how can you even have the fuel to be able to go after what it is that you desire in life, or whatever goals that you have? So please prioritize getting your rest. Prioritize having a calm season, a calm moment to just come back down. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to nourish your body, or just provide the right nourishment for yourself in order to have this go-getter mindset. So it has to definitely be a balance. I think we're on tip number 4. Tip number 4 would be to get grounded and move your body. Ladies, I cannot stress this enough, okay? Changing your routine, changing the way you wake up in the morning will literally change your life, okay? I get up in the morning, instead of just getting on my phone scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, I literally get out of bed, I stretch, I do some light yoga, I move my hips, I dance. Sometimes I get up in the morning and I listen to affirmations that just kind of helps me get my day going, get myself together, and get me grounded. Also, you can also practice meditation. You can do maybe like a 5-minute meditation to keep me grounded, or to start me off having a good day, or you can literally look anything up on YouTube and you can do some meditation. So I highly recommend you guys doing some meditation, staying grounded, staying within yourself, and coming home to yourself. I feel like that is the most important thing, because sometimes we can also be so much on grind mode that we're lost in ourselves, or we're lost in the grind. We lose our way overall, or we eventually lose our way in trying to accomplish these goals. I think the biggest lesson for me is to learn how to keep a balance within my feminine and masculine energies. My masculine energies is also, okay, I'm this girl boss. I'm doing all of this. I'm achieving all of this stuff. I'm knocking all these goals off, and I love being in that energy. But I also feel like I stated before in the previous tip, prioritizing your rest is also essential, and staying grounded. Move your body, move your hips, do some light yoga. Like, I'm about to start getting into Pilates. Like, just try to move your body, get grounded, connect with nature. You know what I'm saying? And also appreciate what is already there, okay? And that taps into tip number 5, which would be practicing gratitude. So basically, practicing gratitude is basically kind of like the law of attraction. You know, when you are showing the universe that you're grateful for what you already have, what you're already achieving, you know, air, a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food on the table, just grateful for life, grateful for the goals that you have accomplished, grateful for the growth that, you know, you have achieved, that you're not the same person that you were last year, or around this time last year. So practicing gratitude will literally change your life, ladies. I promise you. So showing up, talking to the universe, or just saying out loud how proud you are for being where you are, or, you know, how you're grateful that, you know, you have, you know, a shelter, you have food, you have different things, you have faith, you have the willpower to be able to grow and to be in a predicament to accomplish your goals. So I feel like practicing gratitude would literally set you guys up for so much success. I kid you not. The moment that I start showing gratitude for my life and being present and focus on actually where I am, or just reflecting on where I am in my life, has literally helped me accomplish so much, because I wasn't even so fixated on, okay, I gotta get to this next goal, I gotta get to this next goal. I was actually appreciating, okay, well, I just accomplished this goal. Let me sit in that energy and just take all of that in. Showing that gratitude for where you are will set you up for success. Tip number 6 is knowing your worth. Oh my gosh, this is a big one. So make sure that when it comes to anything that you're offered in life, any opportunities, anything that you want, you know you already have the clear vision in your head of what kind of life you want to live, what you want. If you're trying to get a job and a job offers you an opportunity at that job, make sure that you're negotiating that offer. Don't just take anything that's handed to you. Don't take scraps. Don't take whatever just life gives to you. Shake the table a little bit. Negotiate. Say, hey, you know, I would like it to be this way, or I would like it to be that way. Make sure that you're asserting yourself in certain rooms, because, you know, a person will offer you something that is, you know, it might be substantial, whatever. It might be whatever. Try to talk your way up, because only you would know what you are worth. And a lot of people know your worth before you do, so they will try to sell you short. Unfortunately, it's life, but try to see if you can shake the table a little bit. Don't try to be super impressionable. Don't try to like just take whatever is handed to you. Like, make sure that you're negotiating the contracts. Make sure you're negotiating the deals. That way you can get the maximum quality experience. I used to really struggle with asserting myself. I didn't know how to ask for what I wanted. Closed mouths don't get fed, unfortunately. At first, I'm like, I'm not gonna rock the boat. I'm just gonna accept the scraps that was given to me. No. Tell people what you want, how you want it. Otherwise, they will never know. And some people will unfortunately try to sell you short. So make sure you're negotiating yourself, ladies. Tip number 7 would be, basically, this is probably the most biggest one of all, okay? Tip number 7 would be to walk in your power, okay? Take up space, sis. Like, there's a singer, her name is Toni Jones. She has a whole catalog of songs that will help you take up space and be comfortable with standing into your power, standing in your power. Take your power back. Don't dim your light for nobody else. Don't try to act like, you know, okay, like play it small or just get by. No. Walk into rooms with your head held high, knowing you are that girl, being confident, and get comfortable with taking up space. A lot of people are not confident in that area, and it's okay, because I'm going to show y'all how. Let's say you're going to a networking event, and you're like, well, I know networking events normally sometimes they're casual, whatever, but I want to wear this dress. This dress is very cute, it's very business oriented, and I think that I would just take up a lot of space with this dress, therefore I'm not going to wear it. No, you're going to wear the dress, and you're going to show up with your head held high. I don't care if this person is dressed down. I don't care if this person is dressed up. Show up being yourself and what you want to do. Don't worry about what people might think about you, what they might say about you. They're going to talk about you regardless, okay? So show up knowing that you're that girl, that you're that person, that this is your world, okay? Because everybody is supposed to know that they are the bomb. They are that girl. Everybody's supposed to know that. So it's not your responsibility to dim yourself so they can feel a little bit more comfortable in their skin. No, show up fully being the most. Take up space. You have to get comfortable with taking up space. That is how you're going to become the dream version of yourself. You want all of this money. You want all of this wealth. You want to attract this lover. You want this type of car. You want this kind of, you know, lifestyle for yourself. You have to be able to be in that power. A lot of people cannot handle being in a position of power. You have to get comfortable with that. Tip number 8 is to be willing to learn, okay? So be willing to learn new information. I feel like there's so much information out here to be learned. Be willing enough to educate yourself a little bit, to gain a little bit more insight on this topic, to do things that you once was afraid of doing or that was just out of your comfort zone. Take that pottery class, take that Pilates class, read that new book. Like, I literally read so many books, y'all. Like, so many freaking books. And specifically self-help books. This is kind of like what my thing is. Like, this is the book of boundaries. I started reading books similar to this one. Also, go to a new city, try to explore a new country to learn a little bit about that culture that's there. Learn a little bit more stuff, gain a little bit more knowledge, a little bit more insight. Don't just stick to one thing, outsource. Figure out some things that you may have not known before. I feel like your knowledge is key. And I feel like the key to being that girl is to just educate yourself. Learn a little bit more about life. Learn how you can uplift your life or upgrade your life. And I specifically just like books. It's something about books that I just feel like does it for me. Does not have to be books for you guys, but try to learn a little bit more knowledge. Take that new class. Go to that candle making class. Challenge your friends. Have hard conversations with your friends, or have these, those controversial topics with your friends that'll help or develop your growth. Challenge yourself. So I feel like the overall thing and the overall key, though, to glowing up, to being that girl, is to just gain more insight and more knowledge. Tip number 9. Tip number 9 is doing the things the 99% is not doing. You have to be that 1%, okay? And what I mean by that is basically, you can't do everything that everybody else is doing and think that you will have different results, okay? Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that motivate you, that inspire you. And if the people that's in your corner and in your circle is not motivating you, it's time to get some new friends. Does not mean that you have to fall out with your friends that you have now, but you need to expand your palette, expand your horizon, get to know and learn new people, because you are what you surround yourself with. But you have to be able to do what people are not willing to do. You have to take those risks. You have to not go to the club and not party. You have to stay down. You have to really get yourself together and do the things that they're not willing to do. That's the only way you're going to see different results. So make sure that you're literally dedicating yourself to your growth, your personal growth, the expansion of yourself, whether that be spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, does not matter. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, and make sure that you are willing to do what those people are not willing to do, okay? You have people that want to change their life and all they do is complain about changing it. No actual real change. I was once around those kind of people as well, but I had to literally look at my circle and do introspection and be like, you know what? I don't want to be like that. I'm not going to be like that. And these said people will project their fears and insecurities onto you and your life. And you have to not allow them to do that. Therefore, you have to be willing to do what they're not willing to do and go against the grain. You might shake the table a little bit, but so be it. Be the 1%. Last but not least, tip number 10 is do not compare your life to other people's lives. I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen like the TikTok influencers. They'll post like, oh, you have to eat, wake up at 4 a.m. and eat at 4:30 to leave out and be at the gym by 5 a.m.
If you don't do this, you're not successful. You can't be successful.
That is absolutely false. I am literally the proof behind on why that is not always true, okay? You cannot always listen to what other people is telling you that you should be doing with your life. You need to be looking at your life and figuring out, okay, well, I know that I have this goal. I know I want to go to the gym. I know I want to achieve this. Look at those goals and see how can you show up for yourself and for that goal, and to achieve that goal. How can you show up every single day and get one step closer to achieving that goal, okay? If you want to look, better, or you want your body to look better, if you want to be more healthier, you have to go to the gym. So, okay, you may not be able to get up at 5 a.m. to do it because you might have children. You just might not be a morning person. It just might not work for you. So figure out a time in the day, or, maybe it look like Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, or it looks like Saturdays and Sundays. It just depends on who you are and what works best for your schedule. But that doesn't mean that you're not successful, or you cannot be successful if you have to go at a different time, or if the schedule may look a little different for you. Me personally, I'm not a morning person. I'm not waking up at 4:30 in the morning going to the gym. I'm sorry, not sorry. So instead of what I do is I make sure that I prioritize my 2 to 3 days out of the week to go to the gym. I make sure that when I go to the gym, since I'm only going 2 to 3 days, I make sure that I go heavy on leg day, or I make sure that I do a little bit extra when I'm at the gym. And I make sure that I am reaching all of my goals. I'm still able to knock every single goal off my list because I'm also still disciplining myself and staying consistent and showing up for myself. So just because somebody say you have to look a certain type of way, or you have to to do your life a certain type of way does not mean that you cannot be successful and that you can't knock those goals off of your list. So that is all of the tips that I have for you guys. I'm wishing you guys the absolute best year, the greatest year that you've ever had. You walk into this year knowing that you're that girl, affirming that you that girl. You're her, you're that girl, so don't worry about what nobody say. Don't worry about following no trends. Be yourself, stick to your goals. Make sure y'all comment below if these tips work, or if you guys have the similar tips or the same tips that I've stated, or if you feel like y'all really understand where I'm coming from here, okay? So comment below if y'all feel like y'all can relate to any of these tips, or y'all want to use any of these tips as well. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and comment any video ideas that you guys may have for me, anything that you guys want to see from me, maybe some girl talk, some girl time, like what kind of videos y'all want to see from me. So make sure y'all comment that below, and until next time,